The dead speak.
Yeah.
Maybe, possibly. We're going to talk about the Star Wars comics from Marvel and how they're basically the clickbaitiest comics on the planet. They're being used to tantalize you into buying these $4 pamphlets, and also to explain major plot holes from the movies.
Let the comics die. Kill them if you have to.
Well, that's it. The Star Wars comics aren't selling nearly as well as they used to with Loot Crate. Now that Loot Crate's not around anymore, that definitely
are they not around anymore?
I think Loot Crate went out, or they got bought. I don't know. Something major.
But they weren't doing the comics anymore.
They were counting the Loot Crate shipments as comic book sales.
I remember that.
So we had Star Wars comics selling over, 1 million units or whatever, because they shipped them out in Loot Crate.
They technically sold them to Loot Crate.
Right. So there's a lot of weirdness going on. All of this is about justifying Marvel Comics' existence, continued existence in the Disney empire, I think. But now we're going to possibly drop a big retcon on Star Wars fans in the comics, if it counts, and I don't know how this is going to go. I don't think it's actually legit, but...
Well, spoilers, just so you know. If you don't want to know, then don't watch.
Yeah, so before we get...
It's an eye roll, though.
It's a huge eye roll. So before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We're over 92,000 subs. Hoping for 100,000 soon. Thanks for the support, guys.
Woo!
Alright, so we're going to spoil this bitch.
Well,
well, not that she is. Okay, so here's the thing. New Darth Vader comic coming out, and we always drop the big bomb. Padme's alive. There we go. We're going to rip the Band-Aid off.
Padme's supposed to be alive.
Supposedly alive, maybe, possibly, maybe. We don't know for sure if it's actually her. It's the big, the big reveal at the end of the issue, so you have to come back and buy more.
It's supposed to be like after Empire Strikes Back, and he's, contemplating about making Luke come to his side and having his son, and he goes back to his old, hidden room that he shared with Padme, and realize that there is, like the room they used to stay, and realize that has been, has been updated or monitored, and then he finds a secret room. And Padme's in the secret room.
She's just standing in the secret room.
She's just standing in the secret room.
This is like a Japanese RPG.
She's nothing like Padme either, by the way.
She doesn't look anything like Padme. She looks very, well, she's supposed to look older, I guess.
Yeah, but she doesn't look older. She just looks constipated.
Well, she always looked constipated. That's
Natalie Portman. That's actually kind of true. But she doesn't look Natalie Portman-esque.
So they're even saying on Comic Book Resources that, again, this is the big reveal. They said that there's nothing to say that it actually is Padme.
Clone or some kind of shapeshifter or something. Well, they're going to do that probably. But it's clickbait. It's Padme's alive.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I want to talk about here.
The Emperor's alive. They actually did that one though.
Yeah, clickbait. The Emperor's alive. Clickbait. Han Solo had a wife before Leia. Surprise.
Yeah.
Where'd she come from? Clickbait. Palpatine was Shmi's
force rapist.
Force rapist, yeah. And Anakin's technically his kid, kind of, through immaculate,
which makes Kylo Ren and Rey related. So
all of this, and then we talk about the comics being used to explain all the plot holes and to make it look like Disney actually has a plan for Star Wars.
Now, a lot of these clickbaity things they undo, and then they say when they, that's why it's like a minefield of what's canon and what's not with Disney. Like I know they undid, they don't count it canon for the Shmi thing now, which is why Rey isn't related to Kylo Ren.
They made such a big deal about
it. I know, it's like, it's a minefield. At least with the expanded universe, most of it was like, oh, it's pretty much canon, and you could follow along, and it made sense. Now it's like, this is canon, but this part isn't, and this half over here is, but this over here is not, because people didn't like it. And then we retconned this, so now this is canon, but that's not canon. It's like, you need a flipping guidebook to know what's what, and that guidebook, by the time it's printed, will probably be obsolete, because they will change something else.
Wasn't the whole purpose of torching the expanded universe to streamline canon? Because I remember them saying that the games and the comics and all this tie-in merchandise was 100% canon, but now it seems like Marvel is very desperate and they're just trying to get people to buy their Star Wars comics, so they're dropping all this ridiculous stuff,
I'm sorry, I'm so distracted by this. I think it looks like she's stepping on something, but I think it's supposed to be a shadow, like her legs back behind here.
It's supposed to be a reflection.
But it just looks like she's stepping on something and her leg's really short and she's got an issue. I'm sorry, but it does.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's driving me nuts. Anyway,
sorry. But yeah, so Padme potentially, possibly, maybe alive. I really am getting tired of Marvel doing this, and I know they're doing it because their sales are in the gutter right now. But they should just, they're clickbait comics. They really are.
Is it though? Because here's the thing. Remember Leia had said that she flashes her mom and she remembered her mom, and then they killed her mom when she was a baby, when she was born, because everybody went on about that, and I was like, wait a minute. She said she remembered. Leia said she remembered her mother, and then they killed her. So they're going to probably tie it into that. Well, she wasn't dead because Leia said she remembered her mother. She remembered her mother,
Yeah, well, okay, so there's the thing. If this is what's actually going on, they may be trying to fix some issues that people had with the prequels because, Leia did say she remembered Padme. I always assumed she lived until Leia was like 2 or 3 years old, and she'd have some memory of her, and that wasn't the case. She also died of a broken heart, which was really freaking stupid, especially for Star Wars.
Sorry, George, but that was kind of
that was dumb. And I love Revenge of the Sith, but that was literally the dumbest part of the whole movie.
We're not one of those people who think that everything George Lucas does is great either. We understand that he made some kind of, some of the dialogue, I'm sorry, in the prequels is just so bad. But I think he still does a better job, understands it far better than Disney understands it. I guess that's the best way to explain it. Why we want to see George come back with some guidance.
He's a good storyteller, but I think working out the details. I think, I think the prequels overall, the story was very solid. It was definitely more coherent than the sequel trilogy, but the nuts and bolts of it, the acting, the dialogue, it could have been executed better. It was a good idea.
And it was, let's see how many weird outfits we could put Padme in.
Yeah,
like her S&M outfit, and she had a bunch of different.
Had a bunch of She was always changing her clothes. Like, where did all the clothes come from?
I don't know.
But in this case, I could see them maybe trying to do that. But then I'm like, okay, so then she still gotta die. So does Vader offer then too, or what? I mean, again, this is a huge thing, but it's not because it's Marvel. And the Marvel comics are the clickbaitiest Star Wars comics out there.
So was what Leia remember, like a clone of her mother or something?
Maybe. That's how they're going to explain it.
It's just the Emperor had her made to control Vader at the time came. Who knows? They're going to probably do something like that. It's going to turn out it's probably not her.
I was just thinking the dark side is nothing compared to the power of booty.
That's right.
That's how he's going to keep. That's how he's going to keep Vader in line. The problem is, I don't think Vader has the parts anymore.
But you know what? Because there's a thing called love, and it's not just about booty.
Yeah,
that's a typical guy response. No offense to men.
Well, you said about her controlling Vader, and I'm like,
it's like I meant more like because he loves her, and you're like, it's the power of booty.
Because
that's the difference between men and women.
No, the power of booty is funnier. I was trying to be funny. See.
Well, now you just made me mad.
Now there's no booty.
Now there's going to be the power of no booty. So
oh man.
Now I'm just
power of the couch.
Now you're just after me for the booty.
The power of the couch.
That's right. I'm more than booty, man. I'm more than booty.
You are more than booty. You're more than booty to me. I do love you. Anyway, but Vader doesn't even have the capacity for booty, I don't think anymore.
I don't think he does either. But if he has a robotic, that could be more fun for her. I don't know. Anyway, so
that's gonna be the next retcon. Like how much of Vader's
there's gonna be a whole lot of Star Wars line on Adam and Eve.
his telescopic lightsaber.
Okay, we were really off topic. This episode is not for children, much like Birds of Prey movie is.
Oh, geez, now I'm waiting for the next thing. Like Vader's got fully functional junk. It survived the lava burns.
He uses force powers to put a shield around it.
he put a little bubble.
Because honestly, guys would do that.
It's like, oh my god, I'm burning alive! Quick, save the bits! And then there's a secret Skywalker because he saved his bits. Now there's another Skywalker running around somewhere.
That's gonna be the new TV show because they're not doing movies now supposedly. That'll be one of the Disney Plus. The real last Skywalker.
The
miracle
there is
Skywalker.
another.
There is another. The miracle.
The real miracle. Like, you should not exist at all, but we retcon. That's what they're going to do. No, oh my god, that's what they're going to do. They're going to retcon it and have a Disney Plus show based on some other Skywalker.
Mm-hmm. The other one. It had to start with an L though, because we got Luke, Leia, and
Leonard
Skywalker.
Luke, Leia, and now Leonard Skywalker.
Okay.
Little oopsie Jedi there.
Lenny. Anyway, let's get back to the point. People are like, you are way off
I was going to
topic.
say, because then, if they hadn't already explained away Snoke, they could have explained Snoke that way.
It's he trademark guy. Oh, that's why he looks so weird.
That's why it looks so weird, because he's made from burnt bits.
I'm sorry. All I keep thinking of is
Bacon
I
bits.
keep thinking of suppose like with some feet wrapped in leathery burnt bacon. No,
Yeah.
but all I keep thinking of is when you ride the Rise of Resistance ride. One of the parts that's actually really cool. That was my favorite part. But you see the big guns, the giant guns, like shooting and recoiling back. That's how I picture this. It just goes pew 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 pew. That's why he's Lenny. Because he came from pew pew. Never mind. Let's go back. Let's go back to the point.
Let me tell you a story of how you were conceived, Lenny.
How I
You came
Met
from
Your
Pew Pew.
Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
Pew pew. Anyway.
Pew pew.
Okay, let's get back to the point.
The point being that Marvel Comics keeps pulling this crap, and it's all about shocking people into buying the comic books, and then they turn around and if it's an unpopular decision, they retcon the retcon out of existence. So what the hell is the purpose of the story group at this point? Because it's like there's no reason to rhyme to it. It's whatever's going to sell comics that month.
Oh yeah, it's almost, you know what it reminds me of? Soap operas.
Yeah, it is.
It's like soap operas for geeks. It's geek operas.
It is. This is very like. I mean, Star Wars always was kind of soap opera-ish. It's a space opera. It's a sprawling space opera.
It's a bubbly space opera.
But now it's just getting
comics
weird.
are just, yeah, they are. The comics are becoming the soap operas of Star Wars.
Comics are becoming Tumblr. So, I don't know. I don't think this is going to wind up being legit.
I don't think so either.
So, I mean, you might as well just, wipe your ass with the comics anyway. I mean, none of this stuff winds up sticking.
No.
It's so stupid.
But they could have got a picture of Natalie Portman today and made her look like Natalie Portman at least. She doesn't look like Natalie Portman at all.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Natalie Portman. So maybe it's not. Maybe he just
thinks it's her.
Thinks it's her. Because he's got Padme on the brain.
Who knows? I'm sure it's going to not be her because,
Yeah. So, either that or it's like her sister or something, because she did have brothers and sisters.
Oh, yeah, it could be that, yeah.
It's like, oh my god, you look just like her.
Yeah, so it's going to turn out to be not Padme, but they're going to use it to get you to buy it.
Yep. So, alright, we're going to wrap this one up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.